met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Ah, I remember you. What it is a miracle you're still alive. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustavo, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
Right you are.
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
Certainly arisen. How might I be of aid? Stay with me, arisen. Hold right back.
Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed what's been killed with.
Here we go again.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
Dioli.
Have that!
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves. To become. You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing.
Been poisoned.
You have my protection.
Guard all you want. Won't make a difference when I grapple you. See?
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. Well done, Master.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Ox carts aren't operating anymore, are they? Which is perfectly understandable, albeit rather inconvenient.
Will the day ever come when we might employ one again? In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Well now, whatever brings you here? You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the encampment. But be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Outstanding. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
Putting that aside, after we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot, I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
"'Tis a hobgoblin! The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns.
Quickly now! Our master beckons!
Of course.
battle is best avoided here.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own. Let myself be overcome. Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
It is vital you remain level-headed.
Flee! Your lives are in jeopardy!
You've been warned. I shan't be responsible for your lives if you decide not to listen.
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste. Do you feel the ground tremble underfoot? It is proof that the volcano is very much awake.
Remain focused. A clouded mind shall serve you poorly in an ambush.
Then I shall remain by your side. Come on then! Let's dance.
It seems we bear us ill will. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
or not, I must go, Rachel.
Aid is any use.
Would you be so kind as to escort the blacksmith and his wife here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith's wife, Cleuna.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Sir Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a... Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
I suppose 'tis so.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
All told, I'm rather satisfied with my performance.
If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters. Evidently, it is a contraption that allows for travel betwixt 2 points. That does sound convenient.